These are only some of the jackets that I thrifted last year. Do I need all of them? Or am I rich? These are the questions I want to discuss today. Hello, I'm Leila from Gabonomics. Today I'm going to speak about consumption routines. Why are consumption routines important? You know, in this world, many of us, we have information about very different forms of oppression. About misogyny, about, capitalism, about overconsumption, and many other forms of oppression. But some of us actually sometimes ignore consumption routines. What are consumption routines? Okay, usually when we buy something or thrift something, we do it just, as part of a very repetitive behavior. It seems that for many years I have bought, some brands of rice or pasta, and I do it like every week. Sometimes even I don't think about why I am buying this brand of rice or pasta. I don't, change my behavior. Sometimes I forget it. Sometimes just I overlook it. And sometimes even I don't have this, shopping list, so I just go to a grocery store, I assume that I don't have enough rice at home and just buy some, packages of rice. Okay, this is about food, but also this also happens for many other things that we purchase. For example, I don't need another jacket or another dress or pair of shoes, but I buy them. I go to just a second-hand shop. I think that, all of these things are very cheap, so I buy like 2 jackets or 2 other pair of shoes, and I don't need them. So you see that sometimes these kind of things happen. Why we are buying things so much? One of the things is that maybe we feel that we need them. Sometimes we buy or treat something that we don't need because our economy is getting worse. Maybe you say that it's funny. So a person who has lost their job recently, why should they buy things? But it has like deep psychological roots, because sometimes we want just to prove ourselves that we can buy. And by buying things, we just telling ourselves that I have control over my belongings and my economy. So we do it, repetitively. And finally, we buy things that we don't need because we are under the influence of advertisements, movies, influencers, Instagram, social media, and many other elements. So it's important to raise our awareness about all these things. At the end of the day, sometimes we feel exhausted. We feel that we cannot control our, buying desire. Sometimes we feel that there are other people or companies controlling us. And sometimes we feel we are like a puppet in the hands of those companies. And sometimes, unfortunately, it's true. So to avoid this, we can have a table, and this table can have at least 3 columns. So the first column, it can be the things that we need actually. It can be like a shopping list. I need, rice, so I should buy it. I need tea bags. I need, a new jacket because winter is coming, for example. And the second one can be the things that we buy, but we don't need them. So, for example, I just go to a second-hand shop just to visit my friend, but I buy, stuff. I buy the things I don't need. I buy a new mug. I buy a new, pair of shoes and these kind of things. And the third column can be the things that we want to buy. So, for example, a book that I want to buy and somehow I need it. It's not, the basic need of me, but the thing that I need in my daily life. I want to read this book. So then we can compare it like in a month to see what happens in our consumption routines. It can help us to get the control of our consumption routines in our own hand. It's a very important thing. So when it comes to political oppression, many of us, we have the idea of the mechanism of political oppression and even economic oppression in a very, on a very global scale. But when it comes to very detailed consumption routines, sometimes we don't have any idea about that. And we as garbologists, we try to fix it. We try to create consumption plans, customized consumption plans for each person or household or small business, and to help them improve their economy. From the next video, I will try to discuss, some of the real cases, the people who come to us as customers. Unfortunately, we have permission from many of them, and then we can talk about these cases. We will not name any real name, but we will discuss the consumption routines, the flaws, shortcomings, and finally the tailored, customized consumption plan that we have created for them. Yes, and finally, not all those jackets, they're mine. I just thrift jackets or clothes just once or twice a decade, not that many. Thank you very much for being with me and Garbonomics.